So today let's make fresh soy milk at home that lasts very long. Now, so making your own soybeans milk at home can be a total game changer. Not only do you get to control what goes into it, but you also get to enjoy it at its freshest. One of the biggest frustration people have when making soy milk at home is that it doesn't just last long. There is this problem of spoiling easily, curdling up, or the texture is just off. Either it is chalky or grainy. And all this and many more I am going to be sharing with you in this video, how to make healthy, long-lasting soybeans milk for you and your family. So ensure to sit back and watch this video till the end so you don't miss any part. And please don't forget, give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel. It is absolutely free. So this is what our soybeans look like. I'll start by picking out the bad ones, and once I'm done selecting out all the bad ones, I'll transfer this into a larger bowl and then add in some water. Now the first water you add, you should not just start soaking up immediately. It is important to rinse this a couple of times, at least 2 times or thereabout. Take out the dust and clean it up and prepare it for the next stage. See how the color of the water changed? So it is very important to rinse your soybeans for a couple of times before we go to the next stage. Once I'm done rinsing it out like so, I'll take that out from the water and then we'll transfer this back to a larger bowl and then start by adding in enough water for soaking. Now the ratio of water to your soybeans, it should be 1:2. That is 1 part of the soybeans and 2 parts of water. That way it gives room for the soybeans to rise significantly during the soaking period. The best practice is to soak this overnight or at least 7 to 12 hours until it is properly softened and well soaked. So I soaked this overnight, so I use my hand to rub this out properly, or you can as well pound this in the mortar to help the skin peel out properly. And then I'll rinse this a multiple times behind the cameras to take out the peel or the skin. And once it is properly rinsed and looking like so, I transfer this into a large cooking pot and then we transfer this to a stove top, add in enough water and cook the soybeans till it softens to some extent. So it is very important to boil your soybeans for some period of time. That way it also helps to reduce the offensive odor of the soybeans and help to extend the shelf life of your soybeans milk. And once I've cooked the soybeans for a period of time and bring it to boil, I'll take this out and rinse it properly. So here's what our soybeans look like by now, and it's ready for grinding or blending. Now one of the most important things we talked about the texture of your soybeans milk that is grainy or chalky, it is in the grinding. So you want to blend this perfectly to a smooth consistency, like very smooth. And if your blender cannot do this properly, then consider taking this to a public mill or a grinder outside your home that can help you do this properly, so you end up with a smooth and luscious soybeans milk texture that you absolutely love. The amount of water you add when blending will determine how thick your soybeans will come out. So if you want your soybeans really thick, then try to control the amount of water you add when blending. And once we are done blending, this is what it looks like. Once you're done blending and you notice it is still very thick, go ahead and add in a little bit water and adjust. Now it's time to start sieving. Now to sieve this, to avoid that chalky and grainy texture we talked about earlier on, first part is to blend properly and the second part is to strain properly. So you want to use a fine cloth like the one I'm using, or a nice cheesecloth, or anything you have at home. For the first time, I'll be using my clean hands to help squeeze out and extract all of the milk from the pulp. So you want to use clean hands at this point, so because you're working with something you are consuming, so you want it to be at its cleanest and healthiest form. Please squeeze this out carefully and properly to extract the milk from the pulp. And this is what the amount of soybeans milk we got, and then we have the pulp as well. Now for the pulp, you don't have to throw it away. You can actually turn it to something worthwhile, but we are not talking about that in this video. Transfer this into a large pot and turn on the heat and allow this to. So at this point, do not make the attempt of covering this soybeans milk. It can easily boil over and spill everywhere. So you want to open it up and stir consistently from time to time so it does not get burnt. So stir this consistently from time to time and bring it to a boil. So once the skin forms on the top, you can use your spatula to take out the skin or mix that up properly. Stir this properly till the soybeans milk boils properly and to some extent thickens a little. Once it boils properly and thickens up slightly, I will go ahead and turn off the heat. Boiling the soybeans milk helps to extend the shelf life and also helps to take off the offensive odor that comes with raw soybeans milk and allow this to cool off for a few hours. So after a few hours, our soybeans milk has cooled off significantly and you can see the skin that it has formed on the top. So I'll go ahead and use my spoon, gather the skin and take that out. It's now time to strain for the last time, and for this time you want to strain this properly. This last stage of sieving your soybeans milk is very important because this is what gives it that smooth texture you want at the end of the day. So ensure to strain this properly and pass through a sieve as many times as possible. Please, if you've watched this video to this point, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to ask any questions you have about the recipe, the preservation, the blending, any process in the video you don't understand and you have questions, and I will do my best to attend to all your questions. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It is absolutely free, and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. And so once we are done straining all of it up, your soybeans milk is ready at this point. So if you don't like adding sweeteners or flavors to your soybeans milk, this is ready at this point. But for me, I like adding a little bit of sweetener. So at this point, I'll go ahead and sweeten this with some sugar, or you can as well use honey. I'll stir this properly and adjust the sweetness to my liking. And once it is properly mixed and done like so, our soybeans milk is ready. Now here comes the very important aspect, the preservation method. For preservation, what you need to do first is to transfer your soybeans into a sterilized bottles or clean plastic. Using a sterilized bottle can help prevent spoilage significantly in your soy milk. Use a sterilized bottle or good clean plastics. Once that is settled, I'll transfer all of this into my bottle and cover that up properly. Now there are two methods of preservation. If you're making for commercial purpose, then you might like considering using commercial purpose preservatives such as sodium benzoate. If you're not using the commercial purpose way of preserving this, the best bet is to transfer this into your refrigerator and ensure that you have good power supply. Store this in your refrigerator. This can last up to 1 week in your refrigerator, and if it freezes in the refrigerator, bring out the amount of bottle you are ready to consume immediately. Allow that to defrost, then you consume. Anyone you bring out and it has defrost, please consume immediately and don't return back to the fridge, because if you return it back, it might start splitting or it curdles up. So any bottle you bring out and it's defrost, ensure to consume immediately. Hope you find this video helpful. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to ask any questions you have about the recipe. Thank you for watching.